Welcome back to the channel. Luxurious fleet, the GR Yaris might be coming to the United States. We get some Super Bowl ads the day before the Super Bowl from Toyota. And last but certainly not least, the LC F, well, its racing version was spied on the track. We got sounds of it, and we also got some juicy new rumors, potentially about the motor. Smash that like button, and let's get into it. Over at the drive, the GR Yaris getting teased by Toyota USA. This is what they said. Does the North American market need another hot hatch? Let us know what you think. As they quote this jalopnik picture of the GR Yaris. It's so frustrating. Why would they even do this? You know it's not coming. It's not going to come to America. Why would you even do this? Oh, drives me nuts. What do you guys think? Is Toyota just being facetious, just stirring the pot a little bit? If the GR Yaris comes to America, it is probably one of the most craziest thing Toyota has ever done. To say one thing, oh yeah, it's pretty much never going to make it to America. We'll never say never, but 99.999% sure they've told us that it's not going to make it here. So Toyota USA is just stirring the pot. They like people talking about it. But yeah, it's never going to come here. I have zero hopes for it coming here. And I'm not mad at Toyota for doing this, but it's just a little misleading. What do you guys think? Over at the Wards Auto, Toyota and Lexus set hybrid sales pace in Spain. Now, they're hardly moving any units over there. I mean, you look at, they're around 10,000 units. And all of them are hybrids, which is pretty cool. Next year, they're not going to sell all hybrids because they're introducing the LC convertible. And the Toyotas that are doing that are doing pretty well. 78% of the 89,000, which comes out to be about 60,000, those were all hybrids. So hybrids rule the roost when it comes to Europe, and it looks like it's doing the same thing in Spain. New vehicles for Toyota Spain. They plan to launch a new Yaris, a refreshed CHR, a fully battery electric, the UX300E, and a convertible version, like I said, of the Lexus LC 500. Interestingly enough, Madrid is getting its first hydrogen fueling station, so maybe a glitter of hope for the Mirai in the future for Spain. And in 2020, the first Toyota vehicle to be manufactured in Spain, the Toyota Pro Ace City, is a light commercial vehicle will be built at French automaker's PSA plant in Vigo. It will be offered in both van and passenger vans. I would not be surprised if they make a fuel cell version of this vehicle to coincide with this new fueling station in Madrid, but that's just a wild guess. Like I said, I would not be surprised. Over at Motor One, Toyota Supra GRMN coming this year with nearly 400 horsepower. This is coming from Best Car, which is Japan's rumor mill website. Most of their stuff, I would say they're 50-50 reliable, which is not very good, but some of the stuff is pure gold, some of it's pure trash, but it always gets me excited regardless. But the report is indicating that the model would likely debut at some point in 2020. Not only would it get more power, but allegedly lose weight by incorporating carbon fiber components. Extra body reinforcements would make the model stiffer than the existing one, and there would be an upgraded suspension. A more aggressive body seems to be very likely too. No idea on pricing, but knowing Toyota, will probably be like 15-20 grand more than the current Supra. Tetsuya Tada, Toyota's chief engineer for the Supra, indicates that the company intends to introduce new variants of the coupe every year. This means that there could be something fresh coming to the Supra in the coming months. A fresh Supra, a new Supra edition every year is a little crazy to me, but I guess, they don't sell a lot of them, so they might be able to switch it up every year. Maybe slightly different paint combinations, slightly different body customizations, different tunings. It'll be really interesting to see if they do end up sticking to that every year, coming out with something different. It'll be a lot of fun. It's not a bad idea because it keeps excitement in the brand. It brings recognition to them. They will end up selling all of them regardless because they don't make that many. It is a cultural icon, even though it's made by BMW. Over at the Toyota newsroom, all new Toyota Highlander goes wherever it's needed in a 2020 big game ad. Head over to the newsroom if you want to watch this. I'm not going to play it back for you, but there is a famous actress, Kobe Smulders. She's in a lot of shows, like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is probably the biggest thing that I recognize her from. but she's driving around different movie sets, picking up characters right before they die from, well, you see the cowboy here, he's running from some bandits who are chasing him down. There's also a guy in like a hazmat suit. She saves him from a huge explosion. And she picks up a lady that's getting attacked by like this big alien thing. What's really strange to me is that the Highlander is built for families. I don't know, have a cute commercial with kids. Like, what do you guys think? Is it a little ridiculous, over the top for them to spend all this money, ridiculous sets and CGI? Or should they just do something cute with kids? I don't know, I'm a dad, so I'm probably leaning towards the kids thing, but the Highlander is meant for families, plain and simple. What do you guys think? Poor marketing? I'm not a big fan. All right, let's get into the best news of the day. Over at Motor Authority, this could be our first taste of the new Lexus twin turbo V8. And before we get into reading this article, let's just give you a taste of the sound of this monster. All we know about this V8, other than it's reportedly to be used in the LC F, is that Lexus says it's going to be in future road-going models, sports cars specifically. Now here's the rumors that I have never heard before. I don't know where Motor Authority's getting these rumors, but I'm going to be able to expand on this quite a bit. Rumors point to the engine featuring a 4-liter displacement. That's nothing new, that's something we've heard for a long time. What is absolutely crazy is a pair of 2-liter inline 4s sharing a common crank and angled at 90 degrees. And then they go on to say, you know, the current 5-liter V8 in the LC 500 has 471 horsepower. The new twin turbo mill is expected to deliver upwards of 600 horsepower. The horsepower claim is nothing new. This Lexus pair of 2-liter inline 4s sharing a common crank is something I don't know if any company's done before. It wouldn't surprise me if they have, but this is something I did not expect at all. To me, this makes a ton of sense. This makes their future as a brand pure and simple. Modularity is the future, or I should say the remaining future for the internal combustion engine. It is no longer profitable to make these big motors. You have to have different casts, you have to have all these different tunings. You have lots of different things that can go wrong with all these different motors, tons of different research and development. This reminds me a lot of what Volvo's doing. Volvo really just has one power plant. They have a 4-cylinder, they supercharge and turbocharge, and yeah, that's a lot of crazy stuff going on at the same time, but they just have one power plant other than their hybrids and their plug-in hybrids, but they just have one power plant. And so that allows them to just reduce their costs and focus on making the best version of that motor as possible, making it more reliable, giving it more power, making it more efficient. They just put all their eggs in one basket, and that makes a ton of sense. Lexus is taking this 2-liter inline 4. They have quite a few inline 4s. If we just say that this is the super efficient inline 4 that they put in the UX, for example, the UX 250 and the UX 200, they share the same motor, they're tuned a little bit differently, but it would be that motor. And it only makes 169 horsepower, which is not a whole lot in today's terms, but it only makes 169 horsepower naturally aspirated in the UX 200. Now we know what's possible from boosting a 2-liter motor or an inline 4. Look at the CLA AMG 45, I think that's what it's called. It has like 370 horsepower out of a twin turbo inline 4. Now, I don't know how well this potential motor could scale. If it could double in scale, I don't think that it's going to have a linear scale like that. I think it's, I don't think we're going to see 750 horsepower from, if they have that same sort of power from a single twin turbo 2-liter. I don't think we'll see that. I'm sure Toyota is able to handle a ton of boost. If you look at the old 2JZ motors, able to handle crazy amounts of power, super reliable, you could just boost them to the moon and back, and they would take more power, and they would do it pretty damn reliably. Let's say they've perfected this 2-liter motor, they've overbuilt it, and now they can just boost the hell out of it and slap 2 of them together and sure, common crank, and it is. I don't know the history of the entire automotive market. I don't ever remember hearing anything 2 4-cylinders in the same vehicle. I've heard of like W12s before where, you know, they put 2 V6s together and crazy stuff like that, but 2 4s make a V8, right? That's crazy. So, and then how would this affect the rest of the vehicles out there? Well, we know they're going to be going plug-in hybrid shoot in just about everything. In the next 5 years, at least Lexus is, Toyota will eventually get there. And let's say you take this 2-liter motor, right? They're already making it. Let's say you put this 2-liter motor, you turbocharge it, you put a fat electric motor in the back of the ES, for example, and you're good to go. Or let's say you twin turbo this 2-liter, put it in the LX with tons of electrification. That could work. I've heard, you know, the latest rumor we heard was a 2.5-liter V6, twin turbo V6 going into the LX. With electrification. Well, I don't know. What if they don't go that route? Maybe they do this. Maybe they put this 2-liters in there, boost it. It doesn't need to have 600 horsepower in the LX, but what if they detune it? Let's say they put 500 horsepower in it and tune it for more torque. That's a possibility as well. So I don't know, maybe I'm just making something out of nothing, but this seems like a revelation to me. In this rumor, it's still a rumor. I don't know how likely it is to be true, but a 4-liter V8 makes a whole lot of sense if it's being made up of 2-liter inline 4s. So what do you guys think? That news is absolutely ridiculous. If 2-liters can become a V8, I mean, the sky's the limit. Use your imagination of what Lexus and Toyota could do in the future. What if they even make it smaller? What if they make a bunch of 2-cylinder motors and they could just stack them together? Oh, this vehicle only needs 4 cylinders. Oh, we'll just add 2 more. We got a bunch of these 2-cylinders laying around. We'll just add another one to it, make it a straight 6. Now you can make it a straight 6. What? I don't even know. The sky is the limit. You can make a straight 8 out of this thing. What do you guys think? Use your imagination. Tell me in the comments. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Patreon supporters, you rock. If you want to support the channel, head over to my Patreon page. I don't know what else to say. Enjoy the Super Bowl. Peace out, guys.